Good morning from the National Weather Service here in Pocatello. My name is Carter, and this is your Southeast Idaho weather hazard briefing for Wednesday, August 20th. Your key points we're going to focus on today: we do have a shortwave trough passing overhead. That'll lead to a slight uptick in cloud cover, as well as helping to support some isolated showers in Virga, maybe a few dry thunderstorms this afternoon, but conditions will overall remain continued hot and dry overall, a bit cooler for most compared to yesterday. But overall high pressure going to remain in place overhead through Saturday. That'll keep continued hot and overall very dry conditions going, with changes on the way for the weekend as we got some monsoonal moisture building in, starting north on Saturday, becoming more region-wide on Sunday, and that'll help keep bringing in some cooler temperatures for early next week as region-wide daily precipitation chances continue. And taking a look at the recap for high temperatures we saw out there yesterday, one of the hottest days for most we're going to see this year. Upper 80s to upper 90s, some low triple digits around the Magic and Raft River valleys, where we did set a couple records at our official climate sites at Idaho Falls, Burley, and Chalice. And taking a quick look at satellite imagery for you this morning, mostly clear skies out there to start the day. More thunderstorm activity ongoing up into Montana and Canada. But with that, we'll see some moisture continue to build out of the southwest throughout the day. Slight uptick in cloud cover, in addition to some maybe isolated showers in Virga, maybe some dry thunderstorms this afternoon, but staying hot and dry overall. And a look at the bigger picture for you guys, there's that mid-upper level low moving onshore into British Columbia. That's sending just enough moisture into our area through a shortwave trough. That'll help kick off some isolated showers and storms. But you can see that dry air at the surface. It's got a bit to overcome, so not expecting much, if any, precipitation out of this. Just mostly an increase in cloud cover later today. And look at your weather risk outlook for the next 5 days. Main focus today will center around some isolated showers and storms, with continued hot temperatures, especially as you head across the southeast highlands. That's the farthest location away from that Canadian low, so temperatures will be pretty similar to what we saw down there yesterday. But for Thursday and Friday, conditions do dry out. Maybe some isolated activity along the Wyoming border region for Thursday, but overall very dry through Saturday morning, ahead of that leading edge of monsoon moisture, building in later in the day Saturday and continuing for Sunday, helping to bring more region-wide chances as we head into early next week. And high temperatures and relative humidity out there for you today. 80s and 90s for most, bit warmer as you head further southeast, with an improvement to relative humidity overall from the single digits yesterday to the teens and 20s. Wind gusts and thunderstorm chances for today. Again, we're mostly focusing on about a 5 to 15% chance, so fairly low, but better chances across the southeast highlands into Wyoming, with wind gusts this afternoon up to about 25 to 30 miles an hour. And from the Storm Prediction Center for today, highlighting much of our region in just that general thunder outlook, but we're looking at a mix of isolated dry thunderstorms and elevated fire weather conditions as well, due to some lower relative humidity and breezy winds. Those will be kind of the main fire weather hazards for today. And heading into Thursday, you guessed it, more 80s and 90s as we head into Thursday. Morning lows still hanging out mostly in those 40s and 50s, low 60s further south. And thunderstorm chances on Thursday, those will shift to being confined generally along the Continental Divide, Wyoming border region, but with that staying fairly isolated, not seeing much activity further west. And Storm Prediction Center lines up with that well, again highlighting those eastern border regions into Wyoming, but much better chances as you head further east. And for your Friday, we'll keep around those warm temperatures as we head into the later part of the week. 80s and 90s across the board. Still keep it with those above normal temperature trend. And for Saturday, you guessed it, another day 80s and 90s. Low triple digits maybe further west out towards Glens Ferry. But this will be one of the warmest days we see for the rest of the year as we get some monsoon moisture building in for next week. And by that time, it'll take us to September. So cooling temperatures as we head into the next week. And on Saturday, again, just some isolated shower and thunderstorm chances further south and east. Not expecting much of a wind impact at all with this under the continued influence of high pressure. And for Sunday, we'll start to see that temperatures slide as we finish out the weekend. No more 90s, except if you're up towards Salmon on Sunday. But outside of that, we're still looking at much cooler temperatures building in for early next week. And biggest change there on Sunday is a region-wide expansion in thunderstorm coverage, mostly isolated to better scattered chances further south and east. And for Monday and Tuesday, that cooling trend becomes a bit more pronounced as monsoon moisture settles in, so we're seeing highs drop back into those 70s and 80s across the board, some 10 to 20 degrees cooler than we were yesterday. And a look at what's to come. Near normal temperatures will continue as we finish out the month of August, above normal to the west and well below normal as you head out to the east. And with respect to precipitation, again, highlighting that monsoon moisture axis streaming up into Idaho. Got a four corners high that'll continue to rotate that moisture up into our region, keeping those daily shower and thunderstorm chances around. 8 to 14, little change there as we head into the first part of September, still keeping around those near normal to slightly above normal temperatures. 8 to 14, bit of a weaker monsoon signal there, but at least keeping the idea of some isolated shower and thunderstorm activity daily as we head into early September. And that's about all I have for you this morning. But before I sign off, just wanted to take a quick moment to share some personal news. This will be my final weather hazard briefing here at the National Weather Service office in Pocatello. I'll be making the move up north to join the National Weather Service team in Fairbanks, Alaska. And just wanted to say it's been an absolute privilege to serve Eastern Idaho and work alongside such a great team and community. And thank you all for your support, partnership, and trust you've placed in our forecasts and warnings. I know we've gone on some pretty amazing adventures here in Idaho and looking forward to pursuing that up in Alaska. But with that, that's about all I have for you today. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send us an email, give us a call, or check out some information on our website. Have an awesome Wednesday.